Hello students. So now this is the part 2 of the chapter Reach for the Top, where we will talk about Maria Sharapova. She is a very known glamorous personality. She is a tennis player who reached the pinnacle at a very tender age of only 18. Today we are going to see her life and her way of reaching the pinnacle of success. Okay, and we are also going to find out while studying the differences between different situations in life of Maria Sharapova and Santosh. Okay, so let us see the first para. There is something disarming about Maria Sharapova. Something at odds with her ready smile and glamorous attire. So there is something disarming. Disarming means instantly feeling friendliness and dropping off every suspicion on meeting a stranger. That is, when you see Maria Sharapova, you instantly feel a sense of belongingness with her beautiful smile, with her ready smile. She looks very candid. Disarming means instantly likable. Okay, with her candid smile and her glamorous attire. Okay, at odds means strange. She is a celebrity, but when you get to meet her, you will not feel that as if she is very proud and she is a celebrity. She wears glamorous dresses and you will instantly feel that warmth and feel that freeness to talk to her. And that something means her glamorous avatar, her beautiful smile, and many other such things that we are reading in this chapter made her win the Wimbledon tournament on Monday, 22nd August 2005 to the world #1 position in women's tennis. All this happened in almost no time. Poised beyond her years, this means she was a bit more matured and more calm than the other girls of her age. So she was a bit more matured and practical and calm and oriented and focused. So poised beyond her years, the Siberian-born teenager took just 4 years. So she was more matured, she was more focused, she was more calm, she was placed more, than the girls of her age. This Siberian-born teenager reached the top of success. However, the rapid ascent means getting up in a fiercely competitive world. So the world of tennis and the world of every passion, occupation actually is fiercely competitive, very, very competitive. Rapid means speedy, ascent means speedy going up, began 9 years before with a level of sacrifice few children would be prepared to endure. Endure means to tolerate. So she sacrificed a lot of things just at the age of 9 years. What was her sacrifice? She stayed separated from her mother. Little Maria had not yet celebrated her 10th birthday when she was packed off to train in the United States. So she was just 9 when she went with her father to United States for training in tennis. That trip to Florida with her father, Yuri, launched her on the path to success, and that was the trip to success and stardom. But it also required a heart-wrenching. Heart-wrenching means that is very pitiful, okay? So heart-wrenching 2 years separation from her mother Yelena. So she was just a girl of 9 years when she had to live separated from her mother to practice tennis. The latter was compelled. Latter here refers to, her mother. Yuri is the name of her father. Okay, and Yelena is the name of Maria's mother. The latter means her mother was compelled, was forced to stay back in Siberia because of visa restrictions. The 9-year-old girl had already learned an important lesson in life. So you see, right at the age of 9 years, when other girls doesn't even imagine to stay apart from family, she left her mother along with her father for a new dream, for a very difficult ambition that was expensive too. Tennis is an expensive sport. So, and she learned the important lesson in life. What was that? That tennis excellence would only come at a price. So she left her mother Yelena, and she understood one very, very important lesson in life, that is, tennis excellence will only come at a price. Price means the price of working hard, and it was also very, very expensive. So that is the reason. I used to be so lonely, Maria Sharapova recalls. I missed my mother terribly. My father was working as much as he could to keep my tennis training going, so he couldn't see me either. So basically, Maria was there in the training center all alone. She felt lonely. She missed her mother very much. Naturally, for a 9-year-old girl, staying apart from mother is a terrible thing, knowing that her mother is there, and her father also could not attend him much because he was working very hard to keep her training on, tennis training on, because tennis is very, very expensive sport, and that required money, and her father was working hard for it. Because I was so young, I used to go to bed at 8 p.m. The other tennis pupils would come in at 11 p.m. and wake me up and order me to tidy up the room and clean it. So you see, she was just a young girl. She felt exhausted and tired after the full day's practice, and she missed her parents, and she went to bed at 8 p.m. Okay, and the other girls came at 11 p.m. and picked her up and ordered her to clean the room. Instead of letting that depress me, I became more quietly determined and mentally tough. I learned how to take care of myself. I never thought of quitting because I knew what I wanted. When you come from nothing and you have nothing, then it makes you very hungry and determined. I would have put up with much more humiliation and insults than to steadfastly pursue my dream. That toughness runs through Maria even today. It was the key to her bagging the women's singles crown at Wimbledon in 2004 and to her meteoric rise to the world #1 spot the following year. So you see, instead of letting that orders from the senior girls to clean the room, tidy the room, that did not depress him, that did not make her dejected. She never thought of quitting what she aimed herself for. She became more and more determined and mentally strong by all those things. That is what happens to strong girls and women, you see. So she became more and more determined. She learned to take care of herself, and she never thought of quitting because she knew what she wanted. When you come from nothing, you have nothing. Then it makes you very hungry and determined. She's telling, when you have nothing to lose and you have much thing to achieve, then when you have nothing, you come from nothing, you have a lot more to make, you have a lot things to construct. It makes you very, very hungry to achieve that thing, to construct that thing, and that makes you very, very positive and determined. And that is what happened to Maria. She had nothing to lose, and she's telling that I have put up with much more humiliation. She could have tolerated more insults and humiliation and face it than to live following and chasing her dream of becoming the #1, the best tennis player. And that toughness still is evident in Maria. It was the key reason, that strength, that mental strength of not quitting. that helped her to take the women's singles crown in Wimbledon in 2004, very, very important. And to her meteoric rise, this is a metaphor. A meteor rises speedily, rapidly, and lightens in the sky. Similarly, Maria had a very speedy ascent. She reached up very fast, and she was, all lighted up. She became the number one, glowy, famous celebrity. So meteoric rise to the world number one spot right the next year. While her journey from the frozen plains of Siberia, to be remembered, is a very, cool, very cold region. It is in Russia. Siberia, to the summit of women's tennis, has touched the hearts of tennis fans. For the youngster herself, there appears to be no room for sentiment. The straight looks and the answers she gives when asked about her ambition make it very clear that she considers the sacrifices were worth it. I am very, very competitive. I work hard at what I do. It's my job. This is her mantra for success. So she came from the frozen region of Siberia in Russia to the summit of women's tennis, and that had touched the heart of many. Her glamorous avatar, her teenage looks, and her competency in tennis, and her straightforwardness, and her competitive, practical, logical nature. Her straight looks and her answers are all evident of the fact of her ambition, her competitive nature, and her direct way of approaching. Amply clear that she considered the sacrifices were really worth it, because she strived to take the best position in tennis. And she says that she is very, very competitive, and she works hard at what she aims to do, and it's her job. And that is her mantra for success. So her mantra for success is ambition, straightforwardness, toughness, and her competitive nature, and her dedicated, hard-working nature. Though Maria Sharapova speaks with a pronounced American accent, she proudly parades her Russian nationality. Clearing all doubts, she says, "I'm Russian. It's true that the US is a big part of my life, but I have Russian citizenship. My blood is totally Russian. I will play the Olympics for Russia if they want me." So parades means displays. You see, Maria Sharapova speaks with a pronounced American accent, okay? Why American accent? Because at a very tender age of 9 years, she went to America and she picked up that accent, staying there for such a prolonged time. Yet she proudly displays her nationality, that she is actually Russian from heart and from blood. She is a true Russian. And yes, US is no doubt the big part of her life, because it had given her the opportunity to become the best. But Russia is her heart, is her blood, is her mother. And if she plays the Olympics, it will be for Russia. Like any number of teenage sensations, Maria Sharapova lists fashion, singing and dancing as her hobbies. Like any other teenager, her hobbies are very important: fashion, singing, dancing. She loves reading the novels of Arthur Conan Doyle, detective stories, Sherlock Holmes. Her fondness for sophisticated, that is aristocratic, sober evening gowns appears at completely opposite in taste. At odds means completely opposite, with her love of pancakes and chocolate spread and fizzy orange drinks like any other teenager. So her love of food is that of a teenager, but again her love for evening gowns, showcases her like an adult lady. The last paragraph, Maria Sharapova cannot be pigeonholed or categorized. Her talent, unwavering desire to succeed, and readiness to sacrifice have lifted her to the top of the world. Few would grudge her the riches she is now reaping. This is what she has to say about her monetary gains from tennis. Of course, money is a motivation. Tennis is a business and a sport, but the most important thing is to become number one in the world. That's the dream that kept me going. So you see, Maria Sharapova cannot be kept constricted or categorized in a particular category or classified. Pigeonholed means constricted or classified or categorized. Her talent, her unwavering desire to succeed. Unwavering means unchangeable, unfaltering, that cannot be changed, very, very firm. Her talent, her skill, her desire to succeed, and her readiness to sacrifice for the cost of achieving the success have lifted her to the top of the world. You see, that is the reason she had been able to back such achievements, because sacrifice, mental strength, dedication, physical labor, talent, the passion to win, and all these things are required to go to the top of the world. It is not very easy to win something. Few would grudge her the riches she is now reaping. So very few people will envy her. Grudge means envy. Very few people will envy her because she had made a hell lot of sacrifices to reach to this position. This is what she has to say about monetary gains. Monetary gains means the refunds, the rewards that one gets in the form of money. Tennis is, of course, money is a motivation. She says, yes, money is a motivation. Without money, no one will be inclined to work. Tennis is a business and a sport, and tennis is that medium, that business, and a sort of entertainment through which I am getting the money. But the most important thing that kept me going to fulfill my dream is to become the number one, the best in the world. And this is my advice to all my students who are listening. There are many good can be many, better can be one, too many, but best is only one. So whatever you aspire, my dear students, always strive to become the best in which you can do the best. Okay, students, you can see the picture of Santosh Yadav on left hand side and Maria Sharapova on right hand side. So let us just look at their differences and their similarities in their life struggle. Let us begin with their beginning. Santosh Yadav had a humble beginning. She belonged to a society where a girl child was not heartily welcomed. But Maria Sharapova was born in a culture where she got all the support of her parents. Santosh Yadav belonged to an affluent family, while Maria Sharapova's family was economically weak and her father had to work hard to keep her training on. Now, let us look at the second point. Their support from their parents. Santosh never received that support from her parents in her struggle initially, but then their parents gradually succumbed to her tough will. But Maria always got the support of her parents. It was her father who took her to United States for her training. Now let us talk about their strength and dedication. Yes, both the ladies, Santosh and Maria, in the chapter Reach for the Top, had all the qualities to reach their destination, their aim. They had huge mental strength, physical endurance. They never let their dream quit from their mind. They were determined. They had the passion to win. All those things backed them the pinnacle of their success, and they reached the top. Let us talk about their patriotism. Both the ladies were equally patriotic and loved their country. Santosh, when she reached Mount Everest, she unfurled the Tiranga on the topmost peak. And Maria, she even said that her accent might be American, but from blood but from every inch of her heart she was a Russian, and she was prepared to play Olympics for Russia. So we get to see certain similarities and certain differences between these two ladies, but at the end it was their hard work, dedication, struggle, luck, destiny, labor and determination and passion to win that took him to their success. And lastly, if you go by their looks, Santosh is a very simple lady, while Maria Sharapova is a very glamorous lady. So students, I hope you will be able to answer all the questions thoroughly after the chapter that I had taught to you. Best of luck for your upcoming examinations. Bye-bye.